Good morning to us. This is our morning message for our learning on Wednesday, the 15th of April. So let's have a look at our timetable. It is Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2020, and the short date today is 15.4.2020. With your fingers, you can write 15. 15.4.2020. Okay, let's have a look at what we're going to be doing today. Firstly, I'd like to say well done for yesterday's work. Amazing. What beautiful alphabets you did. Noun alphabets. Really good, and some very good drawing as well. And you were super quick with your thirds. You're recognizing a third. So I was very impressed with your work. Let's have a look at what we're going to be doing today. Our first bit of work that we're going to send you is English. And we have got a little video again, a little voiceover. You will hear Miss Errol's voice telling you about the learning, just reminding you about what to look for. But today we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do another alphabet, but this time we're not looking for nouns. This time we're going to look for adjectives. Adjectives. Now, an adjective is a word that describes a noun. It helps you to think a little bit more about what the noun is like. So if I was to describe the door that I can see, I would say that the noun is the door and the adjective to describe it is brown, big, hard, because it's made out of wood, and I would say strong. So those are words that I would use to describe the door, and those words are called adjectives. So today we would like you to do another alphabet, but this time your alphabet is going to be about adjectives. So can you see there? I've had a little go. I've said A, and I've chosen to use rainbow writing for my alphabet. So I've done a pink A and amazing. And what I've done with B is I thought, I'm going to try a little bit harder. I'm going to extend myself a little bit more. And for B, I've done 3. So I've done beautiful and blue and big. So you have a go yourself at trying to write an alphabet with adjectives, an adjective alphabet. You can do drawings as well if you like. You can make it as beautiful as you want. Some people, I noticed, use the computer to create words on a document, and they put them all around, all different words, but they covered every single alphabet, letter of the alphabet. So have a go whichever way you want to. What are we going to do next? Well, I've got Turkish written down here. So the Turkish teachers would have sent you some work yesterday, so you could maybe do a little bit more of that, or you might want to read a Turkish book if you've done enough of your Turkish. Then you might want to have a snack, have a drink, have a brain break. You could do some brain break exercises like touching your nose and your ear, swapping over like this. They're always good for brain breaks. And then it will be time for your maths. And just like we have been sending you, you have got a video to watch. It is about finding thirds today. So now you can recognise what a third is because you were colouring in shapes in a third. You were telling me whether they were a third or they're not a third because they weren't in equal parts. So you all did really well. But today I want you to find a third. Find a third of a whole. So remember that when you look at your math video, you will be asked some flashback questions, and that means questions about things that you have already done. So you'll be thinking about quarters, you'll be thinking about number sequences, and I wrote a quick number sequence down for you to see if you could work out how we did it. So do you remember when we did these? We looked at what number comes next. So 5, 10, 15, what comes next? Think about what the steps are. What are we doing jumps of? 5, 10, 15. It's 20, isn't it? Because we are doing jumps of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you need to be thinking about number sequences in your flashback. You will also be asked to tell the time. I've got a clock here. Now remember that when the long hand is pointing to the 12, it's an o'clock. When it's quarter of the way round, oh, going the wrong way, quarter of the way round, it is quarter past. And we've been learning about quarters, so imagine a circle cut into quarters. Quarter past, when it gets to the 3, then it goes halfway round, it is half past. So imagine that it's cut in half, and then when it goes to the 9, it is 3/4, so it's quarter to, and then it goes all the way back up to the 12 for an o'clock again. So o'clock, quarter past, half past, quarter to, and then o'clock again. And the shorthand tells us the hour. So it might be o'clock, so it would be 4 o'clock. But if the minute hand was at quarter past, it would be quarter past 4, because it's telling us the hour there. So you will be asked about that as well. Okay, so when you've done your maths activity and you think you're really successful and you understand what you have done, you can move, when you've done your flashback, you can move on to the actual learning, which is finding a third. Now, it's going to be asking you to find a third of a whole, so you need to be thinking about breaking it up into groups of 3. So I'll show you a little example here. I've got 6 stars here, and I'm going to put them into 3 groups because I want to find 1/3. So first of all, I'm going to put them into 3 groups, 3 equal groups. They have to have the same amount in each one. So I've got 1 group there. I've got 1 group there. And I've got 1 group there. Now, are they equal? Have I got the same amount in each one? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, I have. So I've put them into 3 equal groups, but I only need to know what one of those is. So if you remember, when you write a third, you only want to know what one of those 3 groups is. And one of those 3 groups is 2. So a third of 6, because 6 is the whole, is 2. Okay? So let's go back to our timetable. So once you've finished all of your maths learning on your worksheet, maybe have a break, have something to eat, have some lunch, and then in the afternoon it's free choice time. Now remember, free choice time, you can use it for yourself. This is just a guide. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. You might want to use that time to catch up on some of the work that you didn't do this morning, or the work that you may have left from yesterday. I'm also going to send you 2 YouTube links that you might want to use in your free time. There is a really lovely active break that Mr. Yeshilada has done for us. So let's have a quick look at that. So he has done a little activity for you to keep busy. I'm not going to show you that right now because that'll be a nice surprise. He's got a bit of an active game, so you might want to do that. Or we're really lucky because Bora has also recorded us a story that you might want to listen to. the Highway Rat. So I will send you a link to that, and you can listen to our friend Bora reading you the Highway Rat. So you could do some of those activities in your free choice time if you want to. Or you might decide, actually, I'm going to practice the handwriting and spelling words that I was sent earlier. Remember that you can use it on the screen. You don't have to print it out. Okay, so when you have finished those, if your free choice time involves something for school, then you can have the rest of the afternoon to do something that you want to do. You might decide that you want to go to the garden, or you might decide that you want to just sit and chat with some of the family. It is up to you. Okay, I think that's everything today. Please let me know if you have got any questions. I really love receiving all of your portfolio work. You're doing a great job. I have already given out some Dojo Champion points to people that have done their work really quickly and carefully. Remember that you can be doing this work by yourself. You are able to do all this work by yourself. You've got everything there that you need. Mummies and daddies are there to help you if you need a bit of support. So, Tues, take care, and I will leave you a message tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.